So hi, one of the Good Noise Podcast here with Pollyanna. We're gonna ask them some questions today about their new EP, Sugar Coated. I'm gonna start. So congrats on that, by the way, guys. How do you feel about the response to it so far?
I'm sorry.
How do you feel about the response to your EP so far?
It's really good. I think that like we we kind of did the date last minute, so it's been really cool like releasing Don't Stay Don't Go, which is really received like a lot of positive attention. It's been awesome, and what's really cool about this release versus the last is that we're very much like a family now, and like we all like Dan was kind of the person to put together the video that we did, and they were just everybody was just really involved in the video, and we're all really proud of it. And it was just like a lot more hands-on. So I think like these songs that we recorded in like groups of like two and over the past year and a half, especially since Brandon's like, you know, he's recorded everything with us on this EP. I think
Everything besides Grown Apart, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So it's just like I think we're all just really excited and for the response of everyone, and it should be really cool. We also have like, I don't know if I think you guys were sent the EP, but we're really excited about it here. So it should be awesome.
Very exciting.
Yeah, it was really good, so I'm very happy for you guys.
Thanks.
So how did you guys actually go about picking the lead single for this EP? Did you guys kind of contemplate on it for a while? Like, did you just kind of like throw them in a bucket and pick one out and be like, oh yeah, that looks cool?
We were disputing it for a bit, right?
Which one would you say is the lead single?
So for the actual EP, it's I don't know why. So
Okay,
yeah, but remember when we were really tossed up between I Don't Know Why and Don't Stay Don't Go being the single. Like we were both like, oh, like we were just thinking so into it. I remember like every practice we were like, maybe this one should be first and then the second one should be this, and like I think it's just like we're indecisive about the order that we do things in. So yeah, it did take a while, right? Didn't it?
Yeah, we thought about it for a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but this way feels like the best. I think we wanted to take like an approach where Don't Stay Don't Go is like a very like fun and energetic and happy song, and just like really like I guess showing like who we are as a character, and I think that is definitely shown in the video. And then I Don't Know Why being like really real and raw, and something that we took a while to like perfect and work on.
Makes sense.
So is there any meaning behind the EP name or cover art?
Yeah, I'll let you.
Yes, there is. You guys want to answer? Or
No, you
the
answer.
cover art, because like so the EP is called Sugarcoat, so like we just had to think of something with candy and pink because that's been like a reoccurring thing.
Yeah.
The I Promise video was all pink.
But why is it called Sugarcoat?
So it's thanks, interviewer. So it's called. We decided on Sugarcoat. I think last February when we were recording the last few songs at our producer Nick's house, and we were like, should have sugarcoat. We were like going over it for a bit, but we decided on Sugarcoat because, I mean, the actual definition of sugarcoat is to like kind of like make
things sound better.
Make things sound better and like not fully give the harsh truth. It's like beating around the bush and things like that. And I think that as a lyricist, like for me, lyrics and songwriting is the only time where I am never sugarcoating things. It's the only time where I feel fully honest. And I think that a lot of the songs on the EP are about finally coming clean and just not sugarcoating anymore, or having trouble just explaining your feelings and explaining the honest, harsh, ugly truth.
Yeah, originally it was we were gonna name it Manic, but at the time we were deciding on the name. I believe it was Halsey that released a record literally as we were just naming it Manic. We were like, okay, let's not go down there. But essentially, yeah, Jill has it right in saying it's about kind of sweetening things up more than what reality actually is. And that kind of just played alongside with the manic idea for the concept of the entire songs that we had. already. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Sugarcoat.
Sugarcoat.
Anybody heard
Solid.
that lag?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
understandable though.
Right,
You can
right.
understand. Yeah.
It was in context.
Hear that?
Exactly. Yeah.
But so about the EP artwork, I was kind of the one that came up with. I had like we were like bouncing around ideas, but I had this idea because Sugarcoat is obviously what we just said is about like hiding the vulnerability and the honest truth, and I thought of a person, especially because I think that I've always been the type of person to be like afraid to be like naked and around people and stuff like that. And I had the idea of like a person with a naked body and their most vulnerable parts are being covered by actual candy. So it like coincides with the whole Sugarcoat idea, making
Wow.
things look pretty and yeah. So that's the whole idea behind it.
I like that a
Wow,
lot.
that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. All right.
Hey.
Yeah. Can you tell me about your writing process for this EP?
Oh my gosh, it's been so scattered, but it's been the greatest writing process ever. You guys should talk about it because
It has been very scattered because, like we said, we recorded like 2 songs. Like we recorded 2-song intervals. So like, I Promise and Good For You were like the first 2, and those were the first 2 songs that like I recorded with the band. So it was like definitely more of a like we all worked on it together.
Yeah, absolutely. It was such a collaborative effort. And I think that our past songs, especially when it was just like me and Dan, it was very much like I would write a song acoustically, bring it to like during practice, and we would just make it instrumental and loud. And now it's so much more of like an intimate process. Like Dan has been, especially like with things that are not even on the CP, Dan's been writing a lot more, Brandon's been writing a lot more. We all just really are considerate of each other's parts, I think, and we're all just more not only self-aware, but aware of each other's and of each other's parts for each song, and it's been really, really awesome. So yeah, did that answer the question of our writing process?
Yeah, it answered it. Very collaborative, and it evolved. So that's really cool. That's
Or
awesome.
just summarized it. Yeah.
Oh,
So what song on the EP took the longest to write, and what is your personal favorite?
each of you.
Yes.
Dan, you go first.
Well, which one took the longest to write?
Well, what's that one? The last one.
Never know.
Never Know, yeah. Because we tried writing that like 3 different times and we recorded
Oh.
it a couple different times.
Yeah.
So it was just, that one's probably definitely like the longest one.
Okay. And his
Mhm.
personal favorites.
Was that the one that really took the longest?
Yeah, because we had to go, like, we went into the studio the first time, and then we went back in.
What
and-
took the longest to record in the studio, though?
But that's probably I Promise, because we started at 11 and we didn't end till like 12 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, Jesus.
Yeah.
That one. For personal favorites though, mine's Grown Apart. I like Grown Apart the best.
Yeah.
I like that one the least because that's the one I'm not on.
That's
So-
fair.
No, I think my favorite is I Promise.
Aquarius is. I Promise I'm lying? Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just because it's very poppy and just
Yeah.
like bubbly and upbeat,
Yeah.
and it's fun to play.
Yeah. I think my favorite is definitely I Don't Know Why.
Thank you. Yeah,
Oh yeah, you agree?
Mhm.
What's your favorites?
that's my favorite. I don't know why.
What about you?
I suck with track lists, so all of them. I like the EP as a whole, so
That's the best answer.
yeah, thank you. I have the best answer.
Hmm.
Love it. I love it. Yeah, no, I think I Don't Know Why is my favorite because it was actually I think the fastest song that we did. Like I wrote that song. It was a co-write. Lyrically, I'm talking about with the person who is this interview being like is it coming out after December 1st?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So with Fee from Blacks, we co-wrote it together when she was here in the U.S. and it was just like I had this one verse and we just like, and Dan was actually in the garage and we were just like clicking and it was just like magical and we wrote the entire song in like a few weeks, and then a month later we recorded it. And we never do that. Like we sit on things, we let it marinate, and it was just so fast. And in a way it was like really beautiful because it was just really a special song to me. So that's definitely my favorite.
That's really cool. I like that. So it was the fastest song to come.
It was, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's sick. Can you tell me where your headspace was while creating this EP? I know some songs were spread out like a while back, but all together.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong for you guys, but when I think of like our headspaces during this EP was like this era of like when this EP was coming together as an actual idea and concept was probably last November 2019 to like March 2020. Like that was when we were kind of like piecing this together.
Yeah.
So that's when I think of headspace during that time. We were on tour also when we were like putting this EP together, which was almost exactly a year ago.
Wow.
Yeah. I know, sad.
It was almost a year ago.
For me, my headspace was I guess it's cool to say, but I have seasonal depression, and usually it gets like pretty like, bad during like November, December, January. And I think that I was just like feeling a lot of emotions, and also like struggling with like vulnerability and things like that. So that was like sort of my whole inspiration around all the whole concept coming together in that time. Yeah.
All right.
What about you guys?
Yeah, it was a very weird time.
Yeah.
There was a lot of
Pre-COVID.
yeah. There was a lot of like between me and Jill, a lot of like weird, like not between us, but like we had like relationships with other people that were like, building and then falling. So it was like a weird time emotionally. So yeah, it was very, very scattered.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything to add, Dan?
I agree with Brandon's last statement there. Definitely scattered because like we really strung the EP out. Like we didn't say, all right, let's write an EP. We really were just writing songs and recording as we went along. And then eventually, like they were saying, we got to a point where we needed to piece it together. So at that time, I was pretty content. I mean, I saw what was coming. We were on tour. It was a good time, all that good stuff. Pre-COVID, COVID was not a thing. Like my nails, they're spooky. So yeah, that's all I got. Really, it was very scattered. The headspace, definitely, in a positive light though.
Yeah.
All right. So while going through this EP, what band or artist influences do you think you can hear the most?
What I say this all the time, but my favorite thing about this band is that we all have really different music tastes. Like we can agree that like bands are good and not good, and like we all like can get along with like our music styles. I mean, we're in a band together, but we all have really different influences. And I think that like Brandon's music taste has inspired me, and also Dan's music taste has inspired me. So it's really cool. But Dan, you go first for what bands inspire you for this band.
Inspired? Wait, was it for what inspired or what you can hear in the record?
Like what you can hear.
Okay, so
okay.
Honestly, I couldn't name anything off the top of my head. You know what I mean? Like all the songs are very scattered, so you can hear what was it that Matt Namoli says? We kind of have the vibe. It was not Joan Jett. Is it Joan Jett? Who is it?
No.
I don't remember.
I don't know if he said Courtney Love, but I don't think it's Courtney Love.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, like I really don't hear other artists in our music. I don't know if that's a bad thing or not.
No, that's not a bad thing at all. That means you have your own sound, or at least you think you have your own sound.
Our own twang.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of Paramore because Paramore is my favorite band. They always have been. I've had a lot of like different phases since especially me and Dan have been writing music together like when I was 14. We've both have had a lot of phases, but personally me, I've had so many different phases of like what inspires me. But Paramore has always stayed consistent. So that's like been a thing throughout all of the music that I write. Also, what's really cool is, and what's really, really special about Brandon joining this band a year and a half ago, he brought so much inspiration that I think that we were trying to find for a really long time, which is something that I will always cherish for the rest of my life. Like having Brandon in his band, because I didn't really appreciate 90s music the way that I do now. And I didn't really appreciate like Nirvana that much, or just like the music that he listens to. And I didn't really like put it into consideration for our music. But Don't Stay, Don't Go, like I remember that was when I started listening to more, like I started being more open-minded to what Brandon listens to. And like, Brandon, like name some of your favorite bands.
Yeah, like Joe said, like Nirvana and like Hole we were listening to a lot. So like that song is more like of like a rock.
Yeah, like grungy
song.
And especially with like our new songs that we've been writing, there's a lot of more psychedelic, I would say, and like just grunge and like 90s inspired things, which is really cool because I don't think that I've ever really incorporated that. So we love you, Brandon.
It's very exciting.
Wholesome. All right. So this one should go like super, super fast. Off the top of your head, I want each of you to describe this EP for new listeners in 3 words.
I got you. Ready?
Ready. You cut out.
Tasty
Tasty.
and sweet.
And sweet. Wonderful.
What's the third one? What is the third one?
It's and is the second, and then sweet is the third.
I thought it has to be 3 adjectives.
It can be whatever you want.
We have no rules on this show.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, my 3 are not too long, because if you don't
Not
like
too
it,
long.
it's over quickly.
Mhm.
Let's give it a try.
It's horrible.
Got high expectations for your music, I see.
Oh.
Brandon once called him like he called himself like the mediocre bassist when he introduced himself in the first
Oh.
not
I
true.
think that was at the live stream in Philly. Or the live session in Philly.
And my mediocre bass playing or something, like describe Pollyanna.
Oh no, yeah, that was like
Yeah. Okay, give me a second.
Mm-hmm. This is supposed to be really quick, though.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was her words. Give me a second. Those are 3.
Oh, give me a
wait.
second.
sad, energetic, fun.
Vegan.
Okay.
Sad
Vegan.
I like it.
So is there a certain feeling you want your listeners to have while listening through the EP?
Is there a certain
Feeling.
feeling? Yes,
To Drake.
definitely not. Yes. So besides actually all of them, I think most of these songs, like even though like we can all agree that all of these songs were written in very, very different time periods. I wrote Grown Apart, I think.
It was like 2005 or some shit.
Yeah. No, I wrote Grown Apart in 2018. And
Okay.
a lot of the songs were written a while ago. However, all 6 songs, the one thing that they do have in common is that, and especially most of them, were written after I got out of a relationship. And I have been single for a year now, and it was a huge like growing process. I think I've learned personally more in this past like 13 months than I have in my whole life. So I think that really shows, and I think that I want listeners to really hear like how much you can grow from pain.
Mm-hmm.
So because like a lot of it, even though it's fun, most of the songs are pretty negative and really pretty sad. So
Yeah.
or grieving and just like getting over something.
Yeah,
So-
go with that. Don't go with Drake. I realize he's canceled, I think.
Yes, he is.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
So how do you guys feel about the growth that has happened so far from your debut EP to now? Like, how do you feel about that? Like your music growth, maybe your follower growth, or just like personal growth?
I feel super proud. I know
As you
that-
should be.
Yeah, thank you. That's so sweet. I don't know how you guys feel. How do you guys feel?
Well, like I wasn't really there for. The
But
first
you
EP.
have grown. You personally and musically in this band have grown so much since August 2019 when we like put you.
Stop.
You have.
Aw.
You have, like,
And if you were actively following the band before you joined, you could see how they've grown from an
Mhm.
outside perspective and the inside perspective.
Exactly.
oh, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Dan, you have anything to add?
Well, real quick, the question was how do we feel about how we've
The-
grown?
How we
Yeah.
do the band and
Yeah, the band growth since your debut E EP.
Definitely proud. Absolutely. I definitely feel very hungry for more, though. You know,
I get
Mhm.
that. 100%.
so definitely proud of what we've accomplished, but also looking forward to what's in store in the
Yeah.
future.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
I just to add more thing on the growth. I like it's crazy how much has changed with me and Dan's dynamic because we're the ones that started this band. And I think that I'm mostly just like proud of Dan and Brandon because 2 years ago, also 2 years ago, like me and Dan had gotten into a car accident, and for a while I felt really hopeless because I literally got into a car accident while like on Warped Tour, and it was really shitty. But it's just crazy how much we've grown since then, and I think that I'm just like more grateful that like than anything that they're just as much involved in this project as I am now. So it's been really awesome. I'm really proud of us.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
As you
that's
said.
Yeah.
really good.
So we like to end these kinds of interviews off with asking, what's new? I know you guys haven't even released the EP yet, but what can you tell us? You got the Sinister Hands going, so I would expect you to tell everything.
Every
Jill?
single thing.
Jill, hold on. I know you want to say a lot, Jill. Hold on. I'll let you talk.
I won't.
Let's just say we're digging a hole and we're
Looking for something to grow.
yes,
Ah,
we're digging a hole and plants, and that's it.
Now, you see, if we had Jill one-on-one right now, we could just keep bashing them until they told us everything.
Exactly.
exactly. I know. I could totally, if they weren't here right now, I would have just told you our entire release plan for next week.
Yes.
Man.
Let's talk about slime. Let's talk about slime though. Slime song we can.
Yeah.
Or the covers.
Oh,
My idea.
there's like
Ooh.
there's a lot of ideas and projects that we're going to release after this EP that are like that, not me, which is awesome. And they both have incredible, oh, look at this. Wow, I'm so good at that. They both have really beautiful voices, and I'm excited for everyone to hear their writing more. And so that's something that we can say. We've been writing a lot, and like have been working. Honestly, we've been focusing more for the, especially because like we've had these songs on hand since March. But we've been writing since quarantine every single Wednesday, besides this Wednesday and last.
Most
Just
Wednesdays.
working on a lot of new things. But you guys want to talk about, can we talk about Slime?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, we have a couple new songs that we're waiting to record.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Slime is our new EP project that we're working on that I guess we can.
Tentatively titled.
Yes.
Yeah. not set in stone yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I think what I'm picturing for this vibe, which is different than Sugarcoat, is that it's a lot more, it's even more experimental, and I think it's more, it embraces more of my confidence, and like it kind of shows my growth, and it is a little bit more, there's more positive energy. There's songs about like body positivity and just like being alone and finding comfort in being alone, and like a lot of songs that are completely different than Sugarcoat. So we're really, really excited for our new stuff. Yeah.
Very
Good.
exciting.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. We'll send it to you guys as soon as it's done.
That's what you
That-
said about the EP
Yeah,
last
that's
time.
what you said.
Okay.
And then we
Abby did send
DM'd
it-
you.
Abby did send it to you.
She did.
Yes.
Eventually, we did. get it.
Eventually.
I mean, but we did.
So Abby, my lawyer.
I did remind you on Twitter, and then we also DM'd you on Instagram.
Instagram,
Both to
yes.
no response.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You, look at Dan. It just keeps growing.
It does.
So yeah,
Next time
Um,
I got you guys.
Yeah, maybe we'll hold you to it this time.
You're like,
if you leave us an open,
okay.
we'll be like, you said, and pull out the clip.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, as I said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything you'd like to plug?
Is the last thing that we talked about the last interview when it was just me, zodiac signs?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me guess. She tried to guess your zodiac signs, but she didn't get it right.
She
No.
failed so hard. She's like, "This is my secret talent," and then fucked
Exactly.
up both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys should guess Dan and Brandon. I think that
Oh.
was a good one because I think
Well, you already told us Brandon's an Aquarius.
Yeah.
Ah, you have your listening cap on.
I do. Sometimes I pay attention, not often.
we do.
I don't even
I
know
don't
all
know.
the signs.
I don't know. I only know like Libra and Virgo. That's all I know.
I don't know.
Aquarius. That's it. So
Is it
like,
Scorpion.
are you a Virgo? I don't know. That's-
I'm nuts.
that was my one guess.
I don't have
That's all I
any
have.
guesses.
What are you?
It's a hint. Wait, hint. There's so many songs about this sign.
No, I'm a Gemini.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Gemini.
See, I knew
Okay.
that. I just didn't want to tell you.
Exactly. Shane knew that.
Yeah.
I could see in his eyes.
I'm a
He knew
mind
that.
reader.
Is that
Mhm.
what I told you guys the last interview? Is that exactly what I said?
Probably.
Oh, Gemini.
Yeah. I knew that.
Mhm.
So,
Thanks for having me, guys.
yeah, thanks for
course,
coming
yeah.
back on.
Yeah. Yes.
It was really fun. You guys meeting these two buffoons.
Brandon
Mhm.
and Dan. Well, thank you for sitting out with us, guys. This has been Pollyanna and Really Good Nights podcast.